Hey ladies and gentlemen, once again welcome to our channel. I hope you're doing fine. I hope you're going to like today's video, and in case you're watching for the first time, always remember to subscribe, like this video, and drop a comment in the comment section. Now, I've always said here that the opposition presidency is between two guys. That's between Fred Okengo Matiang'i and Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, even giving reference to what the experts have been proposing. Even Rigathi Gachagua himself knows this, that the formula of winning the 2027 presidency doesn't favor him and can't favor a president from the Mount Kenya region because of the dynamics of politics right now. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, there is one thing Ruto Raila's side fears so much. That's if the opposition settles on Fred Okengo Matiang'i. Remember, the presidency, of course, is between Fred Okengo Matiang'i or Kalonzo. But if the opposition decides now, let's give this ticket to Fred Okengo Matiang'i, that is what we call a little or a dangerous card to the side of President Ruto. It's a card that you cannot even control. If you've been seeing the opinion polls that have been done, Fred Okengo Matiang'i is among the best two candidates. Actually, there is an opinion poll where we had 4 candidates, but Okengo Matiang'i managed to get 50%. That shows how popular he is. Now, in this one, I just want to look into why Fred Okengo Matiang'i is a very dangerous candidate, or a candidate feared so much by the other side. And without further ado, let's get into it. Number one, Fred Okengo Matiang'i is the first ever interior CS to rise to vie for presidency in the history of the Kenyan Republic. Why am I saying so? This is a person who fully understands the operations of government. This is a person who has knowledge on what makes up a government and what destroys up a government. So, him winning the presidency is something that is an advantage to him, because he already has knowledge of what he is looking to. And that's why when Fred Okengo Matiang'i showed interest to the presidency, if you remember some times back, even before he declared, he had hired a Canadian firm to lobby or to look into his possibilities of winning the 2027 presidency and give the necessary advices. Remember that any serious presidential candidate must do that, including President Uhuru has done that before. He used also in 2013 he used an American company, I think, that helped him strategize. That's how serious president is. And Matiang'i, as we talk today, is in collaboration with a Canadian firm that is in public domain, and it was even in the Gazette, that is helping him to strategize ahead of the 2027 general election. Number two, why Fred Okengo Matiang'i is a candidate that the other side fears most. Remember that for the history of Kenya, the presidential candidates have been coming from the top 5 popular regions. And the politics of Kenya for some time has been tribal in certain ways. You'll find a Kikuyu candidate, a Kalenjin candidate, Luya candidate, Luo candidate, because these are the top 5 tribes, including the campus, who have been fronting Kalonzo Musyoka. The Kisii region, or Kisii part of Kenya, is not among the big 5 tribes. Now, the presidency of Fred Okengo Matiang'i is an indicator that for the first time, Kenyans are going for a person who can solve their issues, which means that lineage is not the lineage of tribal arithmetics. So it is an indication that Fred Okengo Matiang'i will get votes from everywhere. So you cannot arrange tribal arithmetics against somebody who can get votes from the entire nation. If Fred Okengo Matiang'i is the flag bearer of the opposition, trust me, he'll get votes from every part of the country, because there is a good number of people, including the Gen Z, the employed class, and especially the young people who have left universities and colleges, who are unemployed, who want somebody who will solve their issues. And some of these, a good percentage of these, believe that Fred Okengo Matiang'i is capable of doing that. That's why if Fred Okengo Matiang'i runs today, he'll get votes even from Luo Nyanza, even if Ruto Raila is on the different side of that of Matiang'i. Fred Okengo Matiang'i will get votes from even the western region. He'll get votes from the coastal region. he'll get votes from the northeastern region because of what he is known for. The third reason is, in the Republic of Kenya, there are people who vote according to performance, previous track records. If you have followed Fred Matiang'i since he came into the administration of the limelight, he has performed extremely well. Actually, himself said that him and Michuki are some of the CS who are performed very well in the history of the government that have passed. Now, if you remember very well, Fred Matiang'i came in as a CS of communication, that's ICT. He's the man who changed analog to digital, and that's what a lot of Kenyans are enjoying today was brought by Fred Matiang'i. Sorry for the noises you are hearing. There is a construction site just nearby. That's why you'll hear that noise. But Fred Matiang'i is the man who made what you're seeing today in terms of digital economy possible. It was brought by none other than Fred Matiang'i. And it's something that really boosted the economy of ICT. Now people are able to do digital content. People are able to own online televisions, courtesy of Fred Matiang'i. When he was given a chance in the Ministry of Education, there are some people who remember that when school buses were being misused, people could hire school buses. Fred Matiang'i is the one who came with the policy of painting the entire nation's school buses yellow. And today when you see anybody who remembers Fred Matiang'i, when he sees a school bus yellow, painted yellow, remembers what Fred Matiang'i was able to do at that time. Secondly, remember that there was adverse examination irregularities. Examinations were being stolen. When Fred Matiang'i came, that came to an end. In regard to that, a performance, you could see students even from day schools making it to university. It's because of that the cut-off to university was reduced to the grade C+. And there are some people who really remember that and appreciate that. That Fred Matiang'i was able to reduce cut-off to going to university to a C+ grade because performance was average the entire nation. He gave chance to day schools, he gave chance to all other schools for those people who could work hard in schools because he stopped the examination irregularities. Even the Ministry of Interior, Fred Matiang'i performed very well. Even if there are some issues about the River Yala dams, if you follow very closely about the River Yala issues, Fred Matiang'i, the people who are being formed from there were not activists, were not people who are talking on social media. It's a case under investigation, and he has even come out to say that let there be a public inquiry or an open inquiry towards those cases. He is ready to give any information that he will be asked. That's the third reason why Fred Matiang'i, he will be preferred by a lot of Kenyans, that of the good performance. On top of that, if I can call it the fourth reason, remember that Fred Matiang'i did not only do this. Fred Matiang'i could go to the fields. You could see him going to the Huduma centers. You could see him in schools. He was a man on the ground. And he could even go somewhere and you could even see videos of him asking questions. He's a man who could promise things and they could happen. And that's why a lot of people believe that he can change a lot of things. And that's the origin of even the name Mr. Fixer, if you have been hearing people calling him. So Fred Matiang'i is one man who can entirely change things in the Republic. And that's why he's getting that trust. That is the reason why if he's given that ticket, he'll get votes from the entire nation. Because the things I've talked for touch every part of the education of the country. If it's education, inakata kila mahali. If the issue of analog in ICT, inakata kila mahali. The issue of security, inakata kila mahali. So that's the reason why the third reason why he can be elected from the entire nation. Now, the fourth reason and the last reason in this today's video is that Fred Matiang'i worked under the administration of President Uhuru Kenyatta. And Uhuru Kenyatta is not a man you can underestimate in our today's politics. If Fred Matiang'i is given the opposition ticket, the Uhuru family and a lot of people will come behind Fred Matiang'i and the influence of the Uhuru Kenyatta's family. That now includes resources. And actually, that's why you have been hearing people saying that Fred Matiang'i is likely to launch Jubilee, which is affiliated with the former President Uhuru Kenyatta as his vehicle towards the 2027 presidency. So that's also a big boost. Remember that winning an election is not only about numbers, it includes strategy and it includes the ability to move in the entire nation, which includes you having the required resources. And that's where if Fred Matiang'i is given that ticket and the Uhuru family supports him and Uhuru Kenyatta himself comes behind him, then he is going to get a lot of votes from a lot of resources in support from the friends of Uhuru Kenyatta and Uhuru Kenyatta himself. The last ever reason is that if you see the position, and I've always said this, that the people or the engine of the position is the Mount Kenya, the Gema communities. That's the Mount Kenya communities. If you see the relationship of the Mount Kenya community with Fred Matiang'i, it's not bad. Today, if you do an opinion poll in Mount Kenya region, Fred Matiang'i will perform very well. A lot of people in the Mount Kenya region don't have a bad feeling towards Fred Matiang'i because he worked well with Uhuru Kenyatta and because he is a performer, and the people of the Mount Kenya region know that most of them are in business and they depend highly in the performance of the economy. So Fred Matiang'i is a man they believe that can help them, their businesses perform very well. He can come up with policies that will help their businesses and their companies do well. So the people of the Mount Kenya region can support him. If Rigathi Gachagua supports him, Kalonzo is in that coalition, Uhuru Kenyatta comes behind him, and the business people, the business community of the Mount Kenya region supports him, then Fred Matiang'i will get overwhelming votes. And it's a ticket, I say, that you cannot defeat if it's Matiang'i who is the flag bearer. But I've always said that this comes with the opposition remaining united. And the bigger question is, will the likes of Kalonzo Musyoka like to support Fred Matiang'i, who is a first timer in politics? So in our next video, we'll be looking to that. But if you're watching for the first time, always remember to subscribe, like this video, and if politics hope you like this channel, where you should be, feel at home, subscribe and drop a comment in the comment section. Let's meet next time. Stay safe whenever you are. Thank you for watching.